Okay.
So when I'm choosing the hair, in my salon, I have a couple bins like this with hair. This hair has never been used, and this hair has been used before, and this is leftover hair that was used on previous clients that they paid for the hair because that was rolled into their cost. So I can use other hair just like when you go to do hair color and you've got leftover tubes of color. So with our system, there's never any waste because hair that you haven't used, you can always mix it and use it on another client. So I'm going to be using a combination of all these different colors just so that it has some tonality. Some of her hair is a little bit lighter than at the scalp. And no one's hair is usually the same color on the ends as it is at the scalp. So by using all these different colors, it just makes everything look far more natural. So now I can go on to sectioning the hair. Cut.
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 Rolling.
Is it still rolling, Michael? Yeah?
And say this is Stephanie.
Right. Consultation and choosing what hair to use. This is my client, Stephanie. Stephanie, how did you end up in the salon today?
Well, I had extensions, they were tape-in, and I just didn't like the way they looked or really felt. My husband really didn't like them, and he knows you, so that brought me here to try something new.
Okay. So the first thing we do is, and in this module, there's a download of the form that I'm filling out. The first part of it, she puts in her name and her address and email, and now it's saying hair condition, chemically treated. So are you chemically treated? You have color, right?
I do have color.
Okay. It'll ask if you have color, bleached highlights, perm, bleach and tone. If you have color, I'll check that. Hair condition, I'd say is good, not excellent. It's pretty good hair. Time, how much time do you spend styling your hair when you style it?
Maybe 30 minutes.
Okay, so we got 30 minutes, that's one of the choices. Hair texture is straight. Hair density is normal. It doesn't ask if it's thin, because thin hair is still normal hair. Right, so you're normal. Scalp condition, normal to dry or normal to oily.
Probably normal to oily.
Right. Okay? So now you add up these scores. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So here it says if it's 6 to 11, that's excellent. So let's just say you had a client come in that has poor hair condition, bleach and tone, spends 10 minutes on their hair, kinky hair, and it's a client that really you don't want to do. You can use this to say, well, you know what, you're not a candidate for these extensions. Or if they're close, if it's a probable or should be careful, you might say, you know what, you need to go home and I'm going to have you use a heavy duty conditioner, use it for 2 weeks, then come back and I'll check your hair again. There's a place to put down your estimated cost, a deposit, if you want to take a deposit, balance due, a place where the client would sign it, and a place for the stylist to sign it.
If you take a deposit in the beginning, they could put it towards purchasing the hair. Remember?
No, this is purchase
Right,
what
so
hair?
you said if you want to take a deposit, if they take a deposit, they could use it to buy the hair for the client.
Oh, right. Oh, okay. Right, okay. So there's a part on here where it says total estimated cost and deposit. If you take a deposit from the client, you could always use that money and put it towards purchasing the hair that you're going to use on that client. So that way the clients also kind of pay for part of the procedure before you've even started it. And then the client signs it, you sign it, and date it. Next, we've included an aftercare sheet, which you want to go over with her, and you also want her to take it home. We've included a wet brush. You want to brush your hair when it's dry before you go to sleep. You want to brush it before you shampoo. When you come out and shampooing, you want to use a sulfate-free shampoo. And when you condition, you don't want to condition the scalp. And don't vigorously do it, but you'll see that you can get your fingers right into the scalp. Condition more of the ends, rinse all of the water off. When you get out of the shower, we recommend the leave-in conditioner. When you then start to style it, you want to first take your blower, blowing down, and get the hair mostly dry, and then go ahead and use a round brush. When it comes to sleeping, if it's long, you might want to put it in a loose braid. And we have found that if you get a silk pillowcase, it really helps a lot in the morning. And then you just want to make sure that these will stay 3 months. The hairdresser will tell you, depending on your hair, if you should be back in 2 months. Some people, they need to come back sooner, some people a little bit later, but you want to set up your appointment now so you've got all that time booked off. And this is a place where you can put down what shampoo you're recommending. Most salons now have sulfate-free shampoos, or it could be a clarifying shampoo. You put down the conditioner, what leave-in conditioner. We recommend the wet brush that you would then sell them. There's a place for any other compliment. And there's a place other for any other comments you need to add. Now, when it comes to choosing hair, when I'm looking at her hair, it's so fine that I'm going to be using virgin hair, and I'm going to be using hair that has wave to it. Her hair, it's straight, but I see that there's some wave, and she's coming out of having a baby, a newborn, so I don't think her hair is totally gone back to what it will be. But I do see some slight wave, and I know by putting in wavy hair, I can make it look a lot thicker than it is, than if I was to just put in straight hair. And by using virgin hair that's never been colored, it has so much body naturally that I can put in little pieces and create a lot of volume. When I go to choosing my hair, well, let me have the whole bin. What I do, can you see this?
Not now. This.
Can you see that?
Okay.
So when I'm choosing the hair in my salon, I have a couple bins like this with hair. This hair has never been used, and this hair has been used before, and this is leftover hair that was used on previous clients that they paid for the hair because that was rolled into their cost. So I can use other hair just like when you go to do hair color and you've got leftover tubes of color. So with our system, there's never any waste because hair that you haven't used, you can always mix it and use it on another client. So I'm going to be using a combination of all these different colors just so that it has some tonality. Some of her hair is a little bit lighter than at the scalp. And no one's hair is usually the same color on the ends as it is at the scalp. So by using all these different colors, it just makes everything look far more natural.